you want to lose weight, you want to get healthy, you want to change your habits, what do? You start looking into options, right? And maybe you Google, or you see this friend doing that and this friend doing that, and there's all kinds of options all over the place, right? And you get overwhelmed. Maybe you try some of those options, and maybe you half try some of those options. Some of the options that we see, I'm saying options a lot. Some of the things that we see that we could potentially start in losing weight, getting healthier, are legit. Others, not so legit and very scary and could harm us more than hurt us, right? So how do we choose? How do we choose, and what do we do? Maybe we half try some of the ones that are legit and good. And then we quit because it didn't get us results fast enough. So how do we choose? That's what I want to talk about today. Plus, mainly sharing one I came across called the mono diet that I hadn't heard of before, but in my own journey, I want to look these things up, research for myself, and then share what I have found. And that's what I want to do today. So, in case you are just running upon my video, and you've not seen me before, I'm a stay-at-home, work-at-home mom who started my own cake decorating business years ago. At the same time, I started taking control of my health and fitness. That has led me into an online virtual coaching business where I coach people on health, fitness, cakes, and business, and I love what I do. And I know it's ironic, cake decorating and health and fitness, but it's who I am. It's my two passions, and they've collided. So here I am. Thank you so much for joining. I would love for you to post below where you're watching in from so I could just say hi and see where you're at. Let me know if you have ever felt overwhelmed. Have you felt overwhelmed and looking for or trying a new diet? Post below if you have, because I know I have. What kind of stuff have y'all tried? I would love to know, because in my own journey finding this one that I'm going to be talking about today, the mono diet, I'd never heard of it before, and I've been trying to change myself for a while now. So post below. I would love to see what you've tried before, because there may run across one that I haven't heard of, and I'd love to do some research on it just so that I can know what's out there. Anyway, so that's where I'm at. That's where I sit. And I want to share this. So the mono diet, I was doing a video last week on, I can't remember what the topic was, but I mentioned in there that today I was going to do information about the mono diet because I had run across it and I hadn't heard of it before, and maybe you haven't either. So what is it? Well, I Googled it, and Google said that it is one of the most Googled diets in 2016. It gained popularity apparently when this banana girl, I guess she's labeled the banana girl, ate only bananas, like 30 bananas a day. So there's a couple of takes on it, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But I guess that's when it gained popularity. I don't know when she did that, because I looked at that video where the articles I looked at took me, and it took me to apparently an old channel of hers, and she's created a new channel. Maybe I don't know if she's realized this maybe isn't the right thing to do, or what. I'm not sure yet, because I haven't dug that far into the research. I just wanted to basically know, bottom line, what is the mono diet? It seems over the top and excessive and harmful, and it just doesn't sound reasonable to me. But here's what it is. This is my job, just to do this for myself, and then I'm just sharing with you guys. I am absolutely no expert. Please do your own research and talk to your own people and doctors and blah, 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 blah. But here's what I found. There's two takes on it. One is you eat only one type of food, so only fruits. So in the morning you may have strawberries, and for lunch you may have bananas and apples for dinner, and that's it. You just eat one type of foods. It may be just potato chips or whatever. I mean, you're eating only one food. The second take is that it's mono meals, so only protein for breakfast, for lunch only fruit, for dinner only vegetables. So that's the mono. And then I think there's like a raw mono option where you only eat raw fruits and vegetables for lunch. It sounds simple, but also yet confusing. And one article suggested that it's confusing because people are just making it up along the way. They're making it as they go. So it also seems to me to be quite boring. Not only is it seem ridiculous, but boring. I would not want to eat apples all day long every single day. that doesn't interest me as much as I like apples, or let's say strawberries, because I like those even better. I would get tired of strawberries. I would, if I had to eat those all day long and every single day. I will say, it's quite appealing. Why is it appealing? And we'll talk about that too. It's appealing to me because it takes the thinking out of it. It takes the, what do I grab? Because I'm in a spot where I've lost 80, 50, and 50 pounds after each of my kids. And right now I'm at 50 pounds lost, and I was at 60. I've gained 10 back, and I'm in the middle of, okay, I've cracked down on enough stuff to where I've lost 50 pounds, but now I need to get like super strict and get the rest of the 60 off that I want, right? And I'm so frustrated with food, and I just don't even want to think about food right now. I don't want to think about what should I eat and what shouldn't I eat. So this sounds appealing, right? Because I wouldn't have to think about it. Just grab fruit. And if I pick strawberries, just grab strawberries. I wouldn't have to think at the grocery store. I wouldn't have to think about what I grab when I'm at home. If I go out to eat, don't think about it. If you have strawberries, great, bring them. That's what I want. It takes the thinking out of it. So I get that this sounds so appealing if you just look at that surface level stuff. It's a quick fix because, I mean, if you're only eating that, you're bound to lose weight, right? You have rapid weight loss with it, from what I can tell. You have that instant gratification because of that, where you change one thing and you, my hair is gross because I'm about to get ready to work out. Sorry, I just noticed that in the video. Anyway. Instant gratification, right? If we have rapid weight loss, we have instant gratification where we see, oh, this is working. There's no prep. Like I said, you don't have to prep for the grocery store and what you're going to buy. You don't have to really prep anything to get ready to eat it. It's low maintenance and no counting calories. I hate counting calories. Most people do. So it seems appealing. I get it. I get it, because where I'm at now, I want to take the guesswork out of it. I want to take the thinking out of it, and I just want to get to my goal, right? So can you lose weight? We talked about that. From what I read on the different articles, and please do your own research, Google it. It came up very quickly. It's right there. From my understanding, it's not suggested to be safe at all. Experts say it's not sustainable at all, because you are restricting so much that you're not getting all the macronutrients and micronutrients that you need. And so it's not sustainable. You won't stick with it because you're not getting everything that you do need to keep going, to fuel your body, to be satisfied. So with that restriction, also your body won't allow that to happen without consequence, from what I read, and that can lead to a whole host of problems and issues. And I wrote those down, and I have those in front of me right now. From let's see, your body chemistry is altered. You have I can't read my writing. Metabolism, thyroid issues, muscle mass decreases, malnutrition, brain function, irritability, digestion, constipation. I mean, there's a whole host of things that could happen by just restricting yourself so much. So it seems that you would be causing more harm and more difficulty in your whole journey if you were to do this. And then not sustainable. Back to that, not sustainable because you won't continue on it, because you're going to get tired of just eating one food. You're not going to get everything that you need. So you're going to start eating back the way you used to, or add more foods. And because of that, you're going to start gaining that weight back, because it's not like you're changing your habits and your lifestyle. I mean, you are, but not for the better. You're going to go back since it's not sustainable. Therefore, your weight loss will then be weight gain, and maybe even more weight gain. So no matter what food you're picking, you're missing out on all the other vitamins and minerals and nutrients that the other foods provide, the other food groups provide. And that makes sense to me. And I mean, that's what I was reading on several articles, and that makes sense to me. And one article suggested that the flip side, you're missing out on all of these and you're getting just this, and that could be too much of just this, whatever you picked, you know. So there's a flip side to that. And I think that it is really about lifestyle change and changing your habits and having balance and portion control, because that's our problem, where our portion control is off, not only with the wrong foods, but the right foods. Eating too much of that, you can do that too. So portion control is huge for this, I think. So bottom line is, I don't think that crash diets, including this one, work, and they're not sustainable and they're not healthy, and it really should be about a lifestyle transition and switch and change. Nothing worth having is easy. This has been one of the hardest journeys that I have been on, is to lose this weight after babies and to make that sustainable and to keep it consistent so that I can continue on with it. So it's not come easy at all to me. And I believe nothing that is worth having is going to come easy. So, we have to think about that. And the quick fixes, we really have to look at and see if it's really legit healthy for us, if it's really reasonable and sustainable. And I think that our society has just become a instant gratification. I want it now, and if it doesn't give it to me now, it's not legit. And ironically, because we are, like, let's say, trying this thing over here that is legit, it works, and it teaches you good balance and practices and habits that we need. And we don't do it long enough. We don't do it long enough to really, not right now, please. We don't do it long enough to stick with it, to really see what it can do for our body and for our health. So we stop it, and then we go over here and we try these, quick fix things that aren't legit, that won't help us and that can harm us more than anything. And we stop it because we didn't get that instant gratification. So it's just, I think that's ironic, I guess. We try the legit things and we want it fast enough, we don't get it, so we go over here to something new and that promises a quick results and that instant gratification. It's really the not legit products. When we're thinking over here, that's not legit because it didn't give me what I wanted fast enough. So do your research. I mean, that's what I'm doing, and I'm just sharing that. Again, I'm not an expert. I don't know everything about this mono diet. All I do know is what I've tried, what has worked for me, and what struggles I've had and how I'm overcoming those through my journey. I'm sorry, the kids are home. It's summer and they're screaming in the background at each other to play. And so anyway, do your own research and think about it. I mean, if you really sit and think about, is it healthy to eat only strawberries every single day, all day long? It doesn't sound reasonable. Get rid of the whole, I need to lose weight and I need to lose it now. Why are you doing it? Why are you losing weight? Yes, because you want to look better, you want to look thinner, you want to look in the mirror and feel good about what you see. You want to go to the dressing room and try on clothes and feel good about what you're trying on and say, yes, I want to buy this, and walk out feeling great. Do you want to do it because you need a healthier body, because you can feel how yucky you feel? You can feel the arthritis in your knees and how hard it is to walk up and down stairs and how hard it is to get down on the floor and play with your kids or grandkids. Do you want it because you've been to the doctor and they have said, listen, you've got to make changes now, or this and this and this is going to possibly happen. You have to do this now. Don't wait until then. Be proactive in stopping that and reversing that now with the right foods and balance. Do your own research. Ask for advice on people that you have seen that have lost weight. Ask for their advice and then go research it yourself. Then you can say, yep, not going to do what they're doing because maybe they're misinformed and they just don't know. And maybe you can be the shining light in their life once you start doing it the right way. Or go and ask advice of this person, and you find out they're doing it the right way. Their way seems legit, and I'm going to try that. And it's maybe going to work for you, and your whole life could be changed. So ask for advice and then go do your research and go back to the ones that gave you the right advice, and just be an advocate for yourself in this area. That's what I'm trying to do, and hopefully, sharing that advice. And if I am misinformed, if I'm wrong, lovingly tell me that, and I would love to share that I'm wrong. I mean, I don't want to be giving misinformation out either. So this is just what I found out. So how do we choose a program? Obviously, I have virtual community where we do work out and work on nutrition and all that good stuff. So I do advocate for a certain program in certain ways and supplements. But how do we pick? And not just how do we pick from me, but how do we pick from the others, right? In my opinion, what we do is we need to make sure that it's providing balance. So what program you are looking at, no, not right now. What program that you're looking at needs to provide balance, right? Balance in many areas. Across the board, balance in nutrition, in your workout routine, and in support. It needs to have balance across the board. And then with each of those, you need to have balance within the nutrition and balance across the board with all your foods and the right way to incorporate those in the proper portion control in that. And then you need balance within your workout routine, not only just, not right now, please, not only just, only lifting weights for your arms, but, lifting weights for, can you please stop touching stuff? Thank you. Go play for a second. I'm almost done, okay? You need balance across the board within the workout routines that you do. You don't want to just work on your upper body. You don't want to just work on your lower body. You don't want to just work on abs. You need a balance across the board, right? A program that is put together to give you your full body workout, to give you that that balance that will allow your whole body to be affected, strengthened, and improved together. And then balance with support that will, you'll have someone to come back to talk to say, I messed up today, and to have a lovingly encouraged push, or to say, I did great today, and get that clap and that pat on the back saying, good job, keep going, you are doing awesome. And that encouragement is so, so important and so vital, I think, to our success. So does what you're looking at provide balance across the board and within each of those areas? And then also, does it provide continuing education? So I did a surface level, research on what this mono diet thing is. But I did not really find, and maybe it's out there, just like I said, surface level research on this, find a way to join a community that would give me information and articles on why this is good to do, why this way with your nutrition on a mono diet is what we need to do, and this is why it's good, and here's the research behind it that makes it legit, and within this whole scope of this way of doing your nutrition, here's different ways you can do it. So with the company that I partner with, I love, it's got that core value, that success formula that has what I'm talking about, the balance, nutrition, exercise, and support. And within the nutrition, you've got this, okay, here's your support and here's your continuing education across the board on why this is important. Here's the research, here are the experts that we've talked to on why this is a good way to go. But hey, I get it, you're vegan, you're vegetarian, or you're not. And here's the way you can do it within those different areas of what you want to do for your fitness, for your nutrition. So if you want to be vegan, here's the best way to be vegan within these diameters that still give you good balance and portion control, and it teaches you how to do that and why it's a good way to do it in this way. So continuing education is important in so many areas of life, including this one. So that's what I would say. Does it provide balance? Does it provide balance support? That was my third one, but really that's included in the balance one. So really I just have 2 tips, but does it provide balance across the board? Nutrition, fitness, support. And within each of those, how is your, is there support within each of those levels as well? And then making sure that you have continued education and it comes from good sources, good resources, good experts, and who have your best interest in their mind. That's important to me. So I'm getting distracted because the kids are asking me questions. They're trying to grab stuff off my desk, and now my grandmother is calling, and so I am going to have to wrap this up. But thank you so much for being here. And okay, now I got notifications popping up on my desktop. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I, again, am no expert, and maybe you've heard of this before and maybe you haven't. I hadn't, so I thought I'm going to do a video on it so that if I come across someone who asks me about it, I can say, hey, here are my thoughts with this video. So hopefully hopefully it gave you some insight onto what it is. And I don't think it's a good option. I don't think that it's a smart option. And so I wouldn't suggest it to myself nor anyone else. So there you have it. Of course, make your own opinions after you do your own research. That is so important. Do your research on what you come across, because it's only going to make you more knowledgeable, and more knowledge gives you more power to make very informed decisions for yourself and your life and your future and your health. So that's all I have for today. Thank you again so much for joining me here. My name is Lindsay Ollie, and I'm a stay-at-home, work-at-home mom with Sweet Fit. And y'all have a great day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.